Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to another live stream with yours truly, America's greatest Islamic apologist, Hisham Gulam. How you all doing? All right, we're gonna wait for some live chat or for some people in the chat to come on. And if you got any questions, you got any comments, go ahead and uh, share it, and I will respond to it. All right, let's see here. See if anybody's on. I think I should have put this on earlier or something, or later during the day. I think no one's really going to be watching at this time. We'll see here. So anybody in the chat, just come on and just ask your questions, do your comments, do your thing, and I will respond. But it looks like nobody's in the chat. Well, we're gonna wait a little bit, and we'll go from there. All right, looks like nobody's really in the chat. So we can just, I could just talk or something. Yep, looks like nobody's in the chat. You know. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. All right, well, it looks like we got nobody in the chat right now. Maybe I can continue this, or maybe this can be brought up again later tonight or something, because I did announce it earlier, but it looks like nobody's really participating in the chat. I'm seeing the chat. Nobody's there, or nobody cares to respond or anything. Hey, how you doing, Mensch? How you doing, Mensch? Yeah, maybe I'll continue this. Maybe I'll continue this tonight, or maybe I'll just do it tonight. Because I don't think I don't think I announced it, or I think people were thinking that I would do it later during the day. Uh, yeah, I think it's my timing. Yeah, I think you're right, Mensch. I think it's my timing. I should have done this, later during the night, not during the not in the early morning. Should do this later on in the night. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mensch. The gout. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Maybe if somebody asks some questions, or somebody has something to say in the if somebody has something to say in the chat other than Mensch, you know, maybe we can get somewhere. But if it's just Mensch, then I don't know. Maybe it's not worth continuing if it's just Mensch, or if there's one person on the chat, it's not worth continuing. But if we get more people, then we probably have something. Mensch, look, it's a pussy. It's your boy, a pussy. Look at that face. When he realized he wasted $1,000 to try to get Ehrman to talk against Islam, but Ehrman talked in favor of Islam. It's your boy, Mensch. Hey, pussy. Look at that pussy face. Look at that pussy face. All right, I think I'm just going to give it a little bit more time. Maybe more people will join. I don't know, but let's see. Let's give it some time here. Yeah, right now I got to ship. I got to ship this comic out, Daredevil 227. Somebody bought it from me on eBay, so I got to ship this out like right now. So that's why I'm in my office, shipping out these comics. So I'll just, I want to do a quick live stream, try to get more, people interested in the chat so we can have some kind of like discussion or something. But it looks like, I don't know, it looks like nobody's really there. Who's in the chat? All right. Well, it looks like I don't know. It looks like nobody's really here or anything, or looks like nobody's here. I mean, looks like nobody's really participating in the chat or asking questions or saying anything. Uh, yeah. So maybe we can. Well, I don't know. Maybe I gotta like announce the exact timing. I think that's exact. I think that's better if I just announce the timing before doing these live streams. Because the last time we had a pretty good turnout on the chat, you know. Yeah, I think you're right, man. I think you're the only one here. I don't think there's anybody else in the chat, which is weird because last time we had like quite a bit of people in the chat. Now it just Mensch for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Because last time I had like a bunch of people on. Now it's just one person for some reason. I don't know. I don't really mind it. I just, I wanted more people so we can have some kind of like Q&A or some question or something. I don't know. You have to pre-announce it as a schedule. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Yeah, I gotta announce it beforehand. I think that's the issue I'm having. I'm not announcing these things beforehand. I'm just doing it randomly, and I think that's becoming a problem. Right now, I'm refuting Apus and David Wood's videos, 10 questions for Muslims. I'm editing that stuff and I'm putting it on. I'm gonna post it on YouTube pretty soon. So look forward to that. If anybody else is watching, I should do a response video to that too. Yeah, I mean, you should do more response videos, man. I think that's MENJ. I'm sorry, MENJ. My bad. You should do more response videos to them. That's how my channel grew. I just kept refuting David Wood. I kept making fun of James White, and that's how my channel like got more subscribers, and it started growing and growing and growing. Now it's Now my channel's growing and growing bigger and bigger as I kept making fun of those two, or I kept refuting those two. Finally, you got my name right. Okay, I'm sorry, MENJ. It's gonna take me some time to like, really get used to saying that. I'm not used to saying that. Yeah, but for now, I'm doing live streams. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you want to do live streams, do live streams. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, no one can tell you what to do on your channel except you. So, if you want to do that, if you just want to do that, that's fine too. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully, you get your stuff back. Nah, I don't want to debate anymore. I just want to make videos. I don't want to waste my time debating. I'll make videos and you just respond to those videos. What's wrong with that? Why do I gotta waste my time doing debates? Why do I gotta do that? It's not really worth my time anymore. You like my comic rack? Yeah, I got some good ones here. I got Daredevil, Superman. I got Death of Superman, Silver Surfer, uh, Marvel superhero, Secret Wars. I got Batman. I got that. You see this? See this? This was drawn by one of the animators from The Simpsons. Um, you know, so this is like one of my favorite things. Yep, got Homer Simpson. One of my prized possessions. Your room is most definitely a man cave stream. Yep. Took me a long time to get all this stuff, and it costs a lot of money, but it's my haven. You just gotta have some place to sit down and make fun of David Wood and James White and post it on YouTube. You just got to do that. I'm going to work getting my. I'm going to have to work on getting my display room look like yours. Haha. Yeah, it'll take some time, man. I mean, this stuff wasn't cheap. Like you see those games and all that stuff, dude. That stuff was not cheap. Getting all those games and getting all those games and those systems and all that. I have some like Nintendo 64. I have in the original box. NES. I have it in the original box. That stuff cost a lot of money, but I'm glad I got it. It cost a lot of money getting all that stuff, but hey, I think it's worth it. And then when if I need money, I can sell that for like a lot of money. So it's getting this stuff is like it's not just for collecting purposes or what have you. It's sometimes it's for appreciating assets. You could always liquefy or sell this stuff and make money in America. Um, yeah, this is my L. This is like I have like an L desk. So I have like two screens. I have one screen there, one screen there. Yeah, that's my microwave. Yep, that's a microwave behind me. I got a mini fridge, microwave. See, look, it's a microwave. I can heat up I can heat up like lasagna or food or whatever, and I don't have to leave my room. So I got this. I got a mini fridge. got my fridge, all that stuff. So, well, why shouldn't you have a microwave in a man cave? Like, you know, sometimes you get hungry and you want to heat up some food. What's wrong with that? Yeah, I got everything in this room. I got everything. This is my office, personal office, so I have everything you can ask for in this room. I got PlayStation 5. So I got my PlayStation 5. I got a big screen TV right there. I got another little TV right there. I got my printers. I got everything. Everything in this room. Everything a man wants, I have in this room. Like everything a guy wants, I have in this room. Can you give your thoughts on David Wood versus Kevin? What happened with David Wood and Kevin? I don't know what that is. Yep, this is a true manscape. Yep. I don't know what David Wood versus Kevin. I don't know what that is. So if that's a debate or something you want me to comment on that, I can comment on that. But I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what David Wood versus Kevin. I don't know what that is. Oh, the David Wood versus Kenny Boomer debate. I don't know. I don't think Kenny Boomer's that good at debating, and that's fine. I'm no better. I'm not. I'm not any better either. I'm not that good either. But but yeah, I mean, a lot of those guys, Nadarok, but Kenny Boomer, and who's the other guy? They always like I don't know. They always do bad in those discussions or those debates with those atheists. I think who's the atheist that Kenny Boomer recently debated, or not recently, he debated him. Matt Dillahunty. Yeah, right. Matt Dillahunty. He's he always debates Islam and those guys, and I don't know. I don't think those guys do too good in those debates. I think they should just make YouTube videos. That's what I'm doing. I'm making YouTube videos. I got more popular. I didn't get popular by my debates. I got popular by my YouTube videos. Like every year, my channel grew and grew and grew because of my videos, not because of my debates. So forget about debates. No Muslim apologist is debating anymore. Like the only Muslim apologist I know that's still debating is probably Shabir Ali. And Shabir Ali's like he doesn't want anything to do with people like David Wood and Sam Shamoon. And who's the other guy? Wood, Shamoon, Anthony Rogers. Who's the other guy he had a problem with? I can't remember the Jay Droyer, whatever his name is. Shabir Ali was pretty annoyed with Jay Droyer's behavior. Like nobody wants to debate anymore, man. Nobody's debating. David Wood and Shamoon and Anthony Ryan. Like nobody wants anything to do with those guys. So even Bart Ehrman. Bart Ehrman's like, I'll never debate James. Bart Ehrman told me to my face that he'll never debate James White again. And I agree. I mean, debating James White was like a complete waste of time and it was just stupid. For me, it was just stupid. I had like no idea why I was wasting my time with that clown James White. And same thing with Bart Ehrman. Bart Ehrman's like, no, I'll never debate James White again. So a lot of Muslim apologists are just not debating anymore, and that's fine. They're just making YouTube videos. They're not wasting their time with people like David Wood, Shamoon White, like James White. Nobody really cares about James White anymore. He's completely useless now. So like a lot of people, like they don't really care about debating anymore. It's not what it used to be. So now I don't have a high opinion of Kenny Boomer, but if he wants to make YouTube videos, let him make YouTube videos refuting these guys. I think that's the better way to go. Is how we Muslim apologists should just make videos refuting the likes of Shamoon White or I'm sorry, David Wood, all their videos. We should refute them. Like Apos, I'm pretty sure there's only one person I know who debated Apos, and that's MENJ. MENJ, the Muslim apologist. I'm pretty sure MENJ Menge was pretty annoyed with the experience of debating Apos. A lot of Muslim apologists were like annoyed with. I'm sorry, Mohammad Hijab, Ali Dawa, all those guys debated Apos and they all like regret it because it was just a waste of time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. MENJ, Mohammad Hijab, Ali Dawa, and who's the other guy? Who's the other guy that debated him? I can't remember, but I remember like Hijab and Ali Dawa debated him, and he just schooled like A plus was just schooled in that debate, and in those debates, or he just didn't know what the hell he was talking about, and that's a lot of people just don't want to waste their time with those people. Even Shamoon, I regret debating Shamoon. That was because Wood promised Shamoon would behave, and he had to tell Shamoon to shut up several times to let me talk. So me being the calm and nice guy I was, I shouldn't have been nice in that debate. I should have been more aggressive, but I was trying to keep things level handed. But like a lot of it's just their behavior, which is a problem, which really annoys me. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, Jay, I think he debated. I don't know. Like, I think he did. He did it with you, the Muslim apologist. I mean, Jay, and he did it with Ali Dawa, and he did it with Modi Job. And if there's other people, you know, I don't know. I don't really pay it, but I know he debated Modi Job and Ali Dawa. I know that for a fact. I mean, honestly, no one's really debating anymore. I mean, nobody really cares about that stuff anymore. All right, looks like we got some more people here. Okay, that's cool. So yeah, what do you guys wanna talk about? We can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. You wanna ask questions? We can ask questions. It's up to you guys. I don't really care. I'm here. I'm only in my office to ship comic books out, so I have to get these books shipped out like right now because this is like one of my side businesses is selling comics on eBay. So I sold a bunch yesterday. I gotta ship those out. So thinking maybe I just want to do a quick live stream, see if anybody else is in the chat. Seems like we have some people, but I need to give a specific time before going live. I think that's the issue here. Yeah, I can report my eBay link. Yeah, I can do that, Mitch. 1 second here. Hang on. Let me see if I can do it on my phone. Just 1 second here. I'm trying to get this link for MANJ. Just 1 second here. 1 second. You know what? I mean, Jay, I'll just post it on my I'll just message you on Instagram. I think that's better because I can't really access it here. Yeah, I'll give it to you on my Instagram, or I'll message you on my Instagram. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if anybody else has anything else to say, go ahead. Or you have any questions, or you got any comments, this is free for all live stream. So you guys want to say something, you say something. I don't really care. Or you have some comments, or you want me to talk about something publicly, I can. Or if you have any questions about the dean, let me know. That's fine too. Up to you guys. All right, looks like nobody's really asking any questions, or nobody's really saying any comments. Seems like we do have some people in the chat now, so that's cool. That's always a plus. If you guys have any questions, now's the time to say it. What do you think of Sneeko converting to Islam? Who is this is the first time I'm hearing about this. Let me see here. Let me look it up real quick, and then maybe I can comment. Oh, okay. It looks like Sneeko converts to Islam. Let's see here. All right, so you just saw that video. So if this is real reason for converting to Islam, it's not really that good. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I kind of understand that the church is pretty oppressive, and the Catholic Church is kind of outside the realm of what we call Orthodox Christianity. The Catholics have different books in their version of the Bible, and they have more traditions as opposed to you know traditions coming out of the New Testament. So these Catholics, they do have different ways of doing things. I don't know. I don't know what to. If this guy's just converting for social reasons, if he converted to Islam for social reasons, I think if he converted to Islam for social reasons, I don't think that's the right way to go. I think there are a lot of good things in Christianity. I don't have a hatred towards it, but like I don't think it can be proven that the Trinity is in the New Testament. I don't think it can be disproven that Jesus is God. It can be disproven that Jesus was resurrected. It can be disproven. A lot of the tenets of Christianity can be disproven just using the New Testament itself. Uh, so if he's converting for social reasons, if he's converting because of some girl, if he converted to Islam because of some girl, or he likes the fact that Islam doesn't allow pork and alcohol, and Islam has more clean uh, lifestyles than as opposed to Christian lifestyle. Then I think that's the wrong way to go. I think the reason why you convert to Islam is because of the evidence for the prophethood of Muhammad. You don't convert to Islam for social reasons. You just don't do that, because if you do that, you're going to run into problems. Because if you convert to Islam because you don't want to eat pork and drink alcohol and you want to marry a Muslim woman, well, you're going to find that that's not a good reason to convert to Islam. Uh, you have to focus on the evidence for Islam, and you have to have the faith in the Shahada that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet. Your theological view has to revolve around that phrase in Islam, that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his final prophet. So you have to look at the evidence for Islam. You can't just convert for social reasons. It's not going to work. I don't know what's in his heart. Yeah, but did you listen to the video I just played? He was ripping on Catholicism, and that's fine. I mean, like a lot of Catholics have weird beliefs, so I'm not really blaming him for mocking his former religion. I'm just saying that if you convert to Islam, you better have some reasons to convert to it, have some good reasons to convert to it. If you're just leaving it for if you're just converting to Islam for social reasons, then that's not the right way to go. You need to convert to Islam, or you need to be a Muslim because of the evidence. You need to convert because you sincerely believe that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his final prophet. You have to look at the evidence for Islam. You can't just convert to Islam for social reasons. I don't think that's the right way to go. Well, I mean that's what Sneeko was saying, right? He was talking about how he didn't like Catholic beliefs, and that's fine. A lot of Christians are stupid and crazy. Just look at James White. I mean, he's a he's a fucking nutbag. A lot of Christians are crazy, but that's not a good reason to convert to Islam just because you don't like the social norms of the Catholics or whatever. You need some logical reason to believe in the Prophet of Muhammad. I think that's the better way to go. Why did Tate convert to Islam? What was his main reason? If he did it for social reasons, then I think that's the wrong way to go. But if he did it because he sincerely believes that there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is his final prophet, then I think that's the better way to go. I don't know why Andrew Tate converted to Islam. If there's a video of him explaining why he converted, then give me that. Let me see that video. I'll review it, and then we'll I'll comment. But until I see that video, I can't comment because I don't know why he converted to Islam. I don't know. He could have converted for the wrong reasons. Like he could have converted for social reasons. He could have converted because of a girl. Like a lot of guys do convert to Islam. Well, only for some guys convert to some form of Islam because of some girl. I knew this one guy who was a Sunni and he left Sunniism and he converted to Shiaism to marry a Shia girl. So it happens. I don't know. So but I think that's the wrong way to go. I think you should convert to Islam because you sincerely believe in it, not because you want to follow any social rules or you want some girl. I don't think that's the right way to go. But that's just me. Uh, you know, what is your response to Muhammad traveling to Masjid Al Aqsa yet Masjid was not there? That's a really good question. There's a really good website. It's called Islamic www.islamic-awareness.org. So go to that website, click on external contradictions, and it really explain that issue well. If you read the Quran, chapter 17, verse 1, it says the furthest mosque, but in the Arabic language, a mosque does not have to be a physical building. A mosque is, in the Arabic language, a mosque is anywhere you point your head. So, like, this room can be a mosque. My basement can be a mosque. You know, like the cafeteria can be a mosque. Any area where you point your head, it's a mosque. There doesn't need to be a physical building right there. So the Quran's not an error when it talks about the furthest mosque, because the furthest mosque, according to Islam, or according to the Arabic linguistics, a mosque is any place you point your head. So the Quran's not an error when it talks about the furthest mosque being in Jerusalem when there's no physical building there. Uh, so that's the correct interpretation, because the mosque in Arabic language means wherever you point your head. It doesn't mean a physical building. So the Quran's not an error. Using Arabic linguistics, the Quran is not an error there. Majid al-Haram, yes, but the Quran does not go into details. It just says the furthest mosque. I'm guessing you're talking about the Quran chapter 17 verse 1. Yeah, it's talking about glorified. He took his servant to the furthest mosque. That means away from Mecca all the way to Jerusalem, and and when the Prophet Muhammad made prayer there, that became a mosque. So in the Arabic, like I said, in the Arabic language, a mosque is anywhere you point your head. There doesn't need to be a physical building like right in front of you. It doesn't need to be like Solomon's temple or anything like that. It just wherever you point your head, that's a mosque according to the Arabic linguistics. So that's what the Quran's talking about. It's not talking about a physical building. I think that's the important distinction that needs to be made. Well, I don't know. I don't know how to. Well, I don't know. Just subscribe to Muslim apologetic channels, I guess. I mean, Christians are antichrist, not Muslims. These Christians are so obsessed with us that it's very uncomfortable. Yes, but the Quran's not talking about Masjid al-Haram. It's talking about a mosque, the furthest mosque. What is the furthest mosque? Is where, like I said, is wherever you point your head. It doesn't need to be a physical building right there to be a mosque. So you need to learn a little bit more about Arabic grammar before you make these accusations, because the Quran's not in error when it talks about the furthest mosque, because it's not referring to a building, it's referring to a place where you point your head. All right, let me just pull it up right now. It says, "Glory, glory be to the one who took a servant moment by night to the furthest, from the sacred mosque to the furthest mosque, whose surroundings we have blessed, and we have made it. We have made him show some of our signs. Indeed, he is all knowing, all hearing, and all seeing." So, uh, when the Quran's talking about that, it's talking about a place where he pointed his head. It's not. There's no contradictions here, because, like I said, there doesn't need to be a physical building, like, right, right in front of you for a mosque to be a mosque. Any place can be a mosque. A cafeteria can be a mosque, etc., etc. There doesn't need to be a physical building. So, if you read Hadith commentaries, the word mosque is, any place you point your head. For example, there's a Hadith in Sahih Bukhari where it says, "The earth has been made to me a mosque." So the Prophet Muhammad said, "The earth has been made for me a mosque." So you can pray wherever you want. And according to Islamic theology, any place you point your head is a mosque. So when the Quran says the sacred mosque or the furthest mosque, the sacred mosque is Mecca, is the Kaaba, but the sacred mosque is in Jerusalem. So the Quran's not talking about some physical building; it's talking about a place where you point your head. That's what a mosque is, according to the Quran. So if you read Fath al-Bari by Ibn Hajar, he says the earth has been made for me. A mosque means a place for prostration. So that's what the Quran is referring to. A place where you point your head. So the word mosque does not necessarily refer to a building, but rather a location. So the Quran's talking about a location. It's not talking about a physical building. So yeah, I hope that clarifies the point. But the hadith and tafsir say Muhammad went to a building when Muhammad went to Al Aqsa. No, that's not what the Quran says. The Quran says a mosque. What is a mosque? Mosque is a place where you point your head. It's not a physical building, right? I mean, even if we're to assume it's a building, according to some Muslim scholars, like Ibn Ishaq, it was talking about the Temple of Athia. So, the Quran's not in error here, because it could be talking about, it's either talking about the Temple of Aya, or it's talking about, like, where you point your head, or location. It's not talking about like a physical building. I don't think, but given the linguistics and looking at the history, I think it's talking about the location. It's not talking about a physical building. So Quran chapter 17 verse 1 is talking about a physical location and not a physical building. So when the Prophet Muhammad pointed his head, that area in Jerusalem became a mosque. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a physical building there. How authentic is the biography of Prophet Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq? Ibn Ishaq's not reliable. He's generally not reliable. There are some true stories in Ibn Ishaq. I have this book right here. I have this book, Prophet of Islam. In light of the original sources and analytical study, volume 1. So I always use this book to fact check Ibn Ishaq, because what this author did was that he went through talk and he fact checked it with Ibn Hisham. Ibn Hisham took out a lot of false or weak stories in Ibn Ishaq. So, there are true stories in Ibn Ishaq, but there's very few true stories. And Ibn Hisham wrote down what he believed was the true stories, and he took out the false stories in Ibn Ishaq. So get this book to filter out the true stories and the false stories found in Ibn Ishaq's book. This is a biography of the Prophet of Islam in light of original sources and analytical study, volume 1. So get this book. It really helped me weed out the false information in Ibn Ishaq, and gave me, let me know what the true stories in Ibn Ishaq were. So there are true stories in Ibn Ishaq. You just got to weed them out. You just got to use the isnad or chain of transmission to figure out which stories are authentic and not authentic. Do you think Muhammad physically traveled to Al-Aqsa or simply pointed his head in the direction of Al-Aqsa? I think he pointed his head in the direction of Al-Aqsa. I don't think there's no proof that there was a temple or some kind of mosque there when he went to when he went to when he went on the night journey. For example, according to Islamic Dash Awareness, the Christian missionaries say the furthest mosque was built many years after the death of Muhammad. It is utterly impossible that Muhammad visited in his night journey. The Temple of Solomon was destroyed in 70 AD. Well, the problem is, what is a mosque? Even if what they're saying is correct, what is a mosque? A mosque is not a physical building. It refers to a location where you point your head. So the Quran, chapter 17, verse 1, is not in error here. The only people who are in error are the people who are taking it too literally. A mosque means like a location where you point your head. It doesn't necessarily mean like a physical building. So the Quran's not in error here. Again, I would just recommend reading Islamic-awareness.org. Click on external contradictions. They answer that polemic, or they answer that question with the commentaries, like Ibn Hajar's commentary, and using the hadith to prove that a mosque is a place where you point your head and doesn't necessarily refer to a physical building. So I would just recommend going to Islamic-awareness.org to understand what the Quran is talking about there. All right, looks like we got more people here than in the chat. That's good. That's always a good thing. Yeah, you're right. Allah does say that the whole world is a mosque where you can point your head, etc., etc. So that's definitely correct. Yeah, buddy. All right, looks like nobody's really saying anything. Looks like Emmy and Jay went and got something to eat. I'm guessing. There's nobody really saying anything. Yeah, I think we can. We're at 43 minutes now. All right, so next live stream will be. Yeah, the Holy Land is there. Yeah, that's what. But the Quran's not talking about a physical building. It's talking about a location. That's what I don't think you're understanding. When the Quran, chapter 17, verse 1, is talking about like a location. It's not talking about like a physical building. But anyways, we're at 43 minutes right now. I think it's time to wrap up. So guys, go on. The next live stream will be later on tonight by let's say 10 or 11. Let's say 11 p.m. The next live stream will be here. So come back here, and by 11 o'clock we'll do another live stream, another Q&A, all that stuff. Sometimes I have to shave, because sometimes I don't know. I like regrowing my beard. Yeah, I look better with a beard too. It just, sometimes I have to shave because, I want to regrow it. So that's why I reshave it. Like every year I have one clean shave and then I let it grow, uh, just to reboot everything, so to speak. So that's why I shave like once a year, and then I let the beard grow, after shaving, so it grows in a better way. Yeah, but I don't like shaving. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. No, no, it doesn't. Because again, you need to know what the Arabic language is implying. Read the Quran, chapter 17, verse 7, where it says it's talking about a mosque as a non Islamic sanctuary. Let me pull up the Quran, chapter 17, Quran, chapter 17, verse 7, where it says, if you do good, you do good for yourselves, and if you do evil, you do it to yourselves. Then, when the final promise came, we sent your enemies to sat in your faces and enter the temple in Jerusalem, as they entered it the first time, and to destroy what they had taken over for the whole total destruction. So, notice what the Quran, chapter 17, verse 7, is talking about. It's talking about the Jews were, ransacked by the Romans, and the Romans destroyed the what do you call it, the Temple of Athea. Hang on, let me get that point right now. The Temple of Solomon was destroyed in 70 A.D. But the Romans destroyed it. They destroyed the temple, etc. So notice what the Quran chapter 17 verse 7 is talking about. It's talking about it's acknowledging the fact that the Temple of Solomon and the second temple, uh, the second temple was destroyed by the Romans, by the enemies of the Jews, which are the Romans in the first century. So the Quran is acknowledging that the mosque was, or the temple was destroyed. So the Quran chapter 17 verse 1 is not talking about a physical building, it's talking about a location. So again, read what the Quran is actually saying. Read it in context. Don't pull things out of context. Because the Quran chapter 5 verse 21 is not talking about, it's not it's talking about a different situation. Quran chapter 5 verse 21. It says, "O my people, enter the holy land which Allah has ordained to you, and do not turn in, you will be losers." Well, read the context. What is the context behind that? Hang on, let me get the context right now. It's talking about Moses. It's talking about the time of Moses. It's not talking about like modern. It's not talking about the time of the Prophet Muhammad. It's talking about the time of Moses. Moses lived, I don't know, like thousands of years before the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, it's talking about a location. It's not talking about building. Don't confuse location with buildings, So I think that's where you're getting it wrong. When Allah said Al-Aqsa Barakah means Palestine, Jerusalem. Yeah, it doesn't mean a physical building. It's talking about a location. It's not talking about like a physical building. So that's where you're not. That's what you're not understanding. Okay, I got to wrap this up. All right, stay tuned for the next live stream, which would be in a few hours, 11 o'clock. Be there or be square. You all have a good night, and thanks for another session with Live with the EG. Stay tuned for more live streams coming up ahead.